I do this for my own therapy, so I don't give a fuck y'all like it or not. That's how it works. I ain't always lived a good life. Always had a problem with drinking. Always had a problem with my temper. Hell, I got 3 ex-wives. Probably gonna have some more. You know, I worked for the penitentiary for 15 years as a lieutenant. It's kind of hard to do when you get arrested here in county jail and you gotta call in. You gotta call the penitentiary and tell them, say, hey, I know I'm a lieutenant and I can't run shift. I won't be there for the weekend, so I might need to get somebody to cover. It might be longer, I don't know. They'll give you a bail. You know. I grew up in Sweetwater, Texas. I've always been about fat women and fast trucks. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's always been, you know? I always made sure my truck was fast enough to get away from where I wasn't supposed to be. And I carried a fat girl or two. Because you know they try hard. I'm just saying. I know that they try hard. So one day I'm going down I-20. And this little old Mustang pulls up beside me. And decides he wants to race. I said, well, boy, I built something under this. Let's do something. So I play with him a little bit and I leave him in my dust. I get to the next exit. I go to a town called Escoda, a population of 40 people, lived there 200 years, you know what I'm saying? Looks like a little ghost town. All right, I got 3 state troopers in the road creating a barricade. So I stop. State trooper comes up to my truck and he tells me, he goes, son, you know why I got you pulled over? And I said, no, sir, but I'm ready to go to jail. And he looks at me and I said, well, the thing is, mind you, I've got 3 ounces of pot and some blow and a loaded pistol in my seat. I've got enough reasons to go to jail. He said, why you say that, son? I said, because you got me pulled over here, man. He said, a man on the porch. He's the captain of the fire department. He's also my girlfriend's daddy. I just assume go to jail and explain to him why I got 3 state troopers on my ass in his front yard. He said, no, son, I got you pulled over because you were racing that Mustang back there. We clocked you going 130. I said, well, first of all, that wasn't no race. I'll let that motherfucker in my dust. Second of all, if you clocked me going 130, you must have caught me at the exit. I'm slowing down. He said, that might be so, but son, you fail to realize we have been in a high-speed pursuit of this gentleman for 3 counties. I said, I didn't see y'all either. Y'all should have faster cars. Later on in life, man, living the way I do, I got a 71 G-Ster Commando, full convertible, no console, no glove box, no nothing but 2 seats and a motor, you know what I'm saying? Very rare vehicle, I still own it to this day. And doing as I do, I'm driving down 87, and I pass a state trooper with a bottle in my hand. So, of course, I go to jail, I go to the drunk tank, and it's like 6 o'clock, man. If I got any advice to give anybody, don't ever go to jail early, it sucks. Thanks for a long night. So they throw us in the drunk tank, I get hungry, it's early, right? So I order 3 pizzas, get them delivered to the county jail. Delivery driver shows up, brings them, next thing you know, I got a jailer coming down to our drunk tank, and he's like, did you just order fucking pizzas? I said, yes, sir, I did. He said, how? I said, I got a fucking cell phone. Hell, I got a wallet, my pocket knife, I got a pistol in my goddamn boot. Y'all never searched us. Y'all just threw us in the drunk tank. Needless to say, they searched the fuck out of us after that. But they didn't know. They still ate the fucking pizza, though. You know? Later on in life, I had cancer. I had testicular cancer. So I lost a testicle and whatever it was. Had to go back up for a follow-up to my ball doctor, right? That's what I like to call him. And he tells me, he says, hey, I got a young lady here that would like to sit in on your visit. She's trained to be a doctor. You got a problem with that? I said, no, sir, I ain't got no problem with it. Now, mind you, there's a husband and wife that own this business, but you can tell he did all the hiring. Because they came from all these girls from Texas Tech. They're sexy as fuck, big titties, nice ass, everything. I mean, fuck. Can't walk in there without a hard on, you know? So I'm standing there in my Superman pose, you know, got my little dick out. He's checking it out in his little stool. And he tells me, he goes, hey, just so you know, insurance will pay for your prosthetic. I said, really? Can I get the same size I lost? Which is about the size of this whiskey glass right here. He said, fuck no, they don't make them that big. So I started talking real low and real slow. And I told him, I said, like a whisper, I said, I better not. I don't want to get in trouble. So that young lady reaches around my shoulder with her clipboard and she leans over and she says, why do you say that? So I turn around, flip my old picture at her, and I tell her, I said, hey, ma'am. I said, every time I get something new, I love to show it off. And that's how you get on a list. You know? So like later on and stuff in life and stuff, I got a buddy of mine getting married. So I take him down to Mexico, on the car lot down there. So I take him down there, and of course he wants to go to Boys Town. Everybody wants to go to Boys Town. So I'm like, all right, man, I'll take you down there. So we go to the Hunter's Lounge. Real nice place, typical strip club, everything else, you know. But we go across the alley, and that's a different place. That's where you see the donkey show. And the donkey show is nasty, okay? I'm not going to tell you it's not. But what's disgusting is watching the four Johns go back with her afterwards. That's disgusting. Anyways, this lady comes out and starts dancing, lights are on, everything else. And I say lady, I mean, she's like your great grandma. She's 92 years old, okay? And everything hangs to the floor. Everything. And she glows in the dark, and she's got Jericho's veins. It's fucking horrible. And she's carrying a fishbowl, okay? She walks around with this fishbowl, and she gives you a lap dance. You got to pay her to get her off. I blew $200 giving complete strangers fucking lap dances. And that's kind of like my show, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to have a fishbowl up here, and you motherfuckers have to pay me to get off, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I work at it. This is my therapy. Y'all have a good night.